Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is June 19th, 2024 and Mikel Merino is officially on the market. Also, Barcelona are currently negotiating the signing of Mamadou and Mbacke. And finally, Joao Cancelo has made his desire public in regards to staying at FC Barcelona. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the kit bag. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you head to Bet Us. If you use my links, you do get special offers, deals, and discounts. So make sure to check out both links, which are down below in the description. Now, I'll begin with the news that Mikel Merino has decided not to extend his contract with Real Sociedad. Now, the 27-year-old center midfielder is someone that Barcelona would like to sign during this summer as a reinforcement for the midfield. Of course, as I reported before, Mikel Merino became the clearest contender after Kimmich, since Hansi Flick would prefer Kimmich as a reinforcement for the midfield. But since Kimmich is most likely not going to happen because the German player is looking for a 20 million euro salary, which Barcelona cannot afford, then Mikel Merino has become the favorite option to reinforce the midfield, with both Deco and Hansi Flick green lighting this operation. And now this operation has received a big boost, as it's reported that the player has decided not to extend his contract with Real Sociedad. Now, Mikel Merino's contract expires in the summer of 2025, and since he will not renew it, Real Sociedad will have to sell the player this summer, because if they don't, they risk the player leaving as a free agent next summer and they won't be able to make any money. And it's reported that Real Sociedad will be willing to offload the player for around 20 million euros, which of course is affordable for Barcelona, especially that they are now back under the 1-1 rule, and especially since the Nike signing bonus will be pure profit that Barcelona will be able to use for signings. If you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure to check out the podcast from earlier today, where I broke this huge news that Barcelona will be back under the 1-1 rule for the upcoming season. Now, speaking of signing players, we do have to talk about Mamadou and Mbacke, because Barcelona are currently in negotiations to sign the 21-year-old Senegalese defender. Now, Mamadou and Mbacke spent this past season with Barca Athletic on loan from Los Angeles Football Club, or LAFC, where Mamadou and Mbacke had a tremendous season, making a great pairing with Mika in that defensive backline. And even though he did suffer a season-ending injury where he tore his ligament in his left ankle, and it seemed that Barcelona was not going to sign him due to that injury. But despite that, it's now being reported that Barcelona have begun negotiations with LAFC for the signing of the Senegalese defender. Now, it seems that Rafa Marquez recommended to the club the signing of Mamadou Mbacke, because the Mexican legend believes that Mbacke has what it takes to be a Barcelona player. And as such, Barcelona are negotiating that option to buy in a contract worth around 4 million euros. But it's reported that Mbacke is currently waiting to see what his role will be, because he wants to see if Barca Athletic do get promoted to second division. If that happens, then Mbacke is most likely to want to stay. And also, if he does get, the opportunity to play with the first team, he's also willing to stay. But some reports are saying that if he's just going to keep playing with Barca Athletic in the third division, then he might not be too amenable on staying. Of course, the negotiations just began, so we're going to see what comes out of this. But one thing is for sure is that Barcelona would like to sign the Senegalese defender on a permanent basis. Now, speaking of defenders, let's talk about Joao Cancelo, because the Portuguese defender has made his intention or his desire public in staying in Barcelona. Now, Cancelo said, "I really like being here in Barcelona. I am very comfortable. My family, my daughter, my wife also. We hope that next year we will be here. Now, as you know, Joao Cancelo's loan will end in a few days, approximately 11 days on June 30th. And as you can see, the player would like to stay in Barcelona. Of course, Barcelona would also like to keep Joao Cancelo, but only on a simple loan, which means give us the player, we'll cover his salary, no loan fee, no obligation to buy, none of that. But of course, Manchester City are not making it easy for Barcelona because Manchester City want to offload the player on a permanent basis. They want 30 million euros for Cancelo, which is something that Barcelona cannot afford. And it's reported that Manchester City would consider a loan. However, they would want an obligation to buy in that contract, which again, Barcelona are not too sure whether they want to commit to that. They only want a simple loan, and if they can't get the simple loan, they are okay with letting the player go. So for now, it looks like Cancelo will not be continuing with Barcelona unless, of course, Manchester City do decide to change their stance. Now, more news because Lamine Yamal has expressed his public desire to play with Nico Williams. Now, the 16-year-old Barcelona attacker said, "Nico Williams, I am his father in everything. I beat him in everything we play. I hope one day I will be able to share the dressing room with him at Barca." Now, as you know, Barcelona's number one priority for the left wing is Nico Williams, who does have a release clause around 50 million euros with Athletic Club de Bilbao. And as I reported before, Nico Williams is only willing to leave Athletic Club de Bilbao to come to Barcelona, despite having interest from many clubs around the European continent. And of course, we all know about his very good relationship with Lamine Yamal, where the two have become really close friends. And now Lamine saying that he would like to see Nico Williams at Barcelona. Of course, Nico Williams would like to come to Barcelona. Barcelona would like to have Nico Williams, but it's all going to depend on the summer transfer market and how much money Barcelona can pull together before the preseason begins. Because as you might recall, as I reported in previous videos, Nico Williams is only willing to leave for Athletic Club de Bilbao to come to Barcelona if Barcelona can complete his signing before the preseason, out of respect for his club, because he does not want to start the preseason with his club not knowing whether Nico's going to stay or not, with the fans not knowing whether he's going to stay or not. So we'll see if Barcelona will be able to pull that money together before the preseason. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. I did do the podcast earlier today. Lots of great news in there. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to check it out. This is all for today. I will see you guys in tomorrow's videos. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, peace, Barça.